Howdy folks, this morning, soap of days, Williams mug soap. Got it whipped up here in an Old Spice mug, Vulfix pure bristle brush. I had the original puck in a Fiesta coffee mug, and it set down just perfect down in the bottom, and decided to, once I finally got it unstuck from the bottom of the mug, put it in an Old Spice mug. And then the puck was, about halfway gone. So I took another one, cheese grater to it, pressed it down into one of these, and now this is what I get. Shaver of the day is going to be a Vanta Shavette. There we go, that's what the Shavette looks like. And that's how thin that is right there. This piece right here, it just slides right over the top. It takes a full DE, or it will take a half of a DE, depending on what you want to use. Today I got a pre-cut Perma-Sharp in there. Go ahead and already put a hot towel to the face, bloom water, and for me this is Monday morning before I go to work, so I'm going to go ahead and get this whipped out here. It's been a while since I've done a video with Williams mug soap, so if you haven't seen it, the one of them, the Williams mug soap is one of the first soaps I started with when I started wet shaving, and it did take me a good moment to learn how to lather it. It is available here locally in a grocery store for about $1.29, and you can get a Perma-Sharp shaving brush for about $4.19. So in other words, I was able to go right into a brick and mortar store and locate a shaving brush and soap, which got me a good start. Now the scent, some say it smells like citronella. I guess you might say in a offensive form. The scent doesn't bother me. If there was anything that really bothered me, was the learning curve of learning how to lather this shaving soap. One thing else, another thing I should point out, I see something out of the corner of my eye. It might be best to show you right here. You see that the toe and the heel of the blade is not exposed with this kind of shaver. And I got this by the way of gifts and care, or care and gifts. I can't remember exactly which way it goes. Anyway, that's where I found this one at. And it's what I refer to as a Shavette with training wheels, because with those, with the toe and heel covered up, not exposed, it does make it a little bit easier for somebody to learn how to shave with one of these without having to experience that sort of problem. With one of these being that thin, it is something you're going to have to get used to if you're used to something that's thicker than this, round, or whatever the case might be. It does make it easier to learn how to shave with one of these when it's like this, because like I said, that toe and the heel being covered up, you don't have quite the issue. Learn how to shave with a Shavette. It's it shaves differently. Yes, it does, because you're pretty much going to have to figure out what that angle is. It does not have, it's not beveled like a good number of them are. You'll have to figure out what the angle works for you. But in my opinion, it's not that tough. It was one of the, I guess you might say, the easier shavettes to learn how to shave with, because it without the toe and the heel exposed and the way the blade exposure is, it to me just made it pretty easy to figure out how to use it. It feels different, in other words, without that much blade exposed. It doesn't feel, I guess you might say, you don't feel that blade quite like you would if it was exposed like most other shavettes are. Like I say, it's a good one to learn on. Not just to learn on, but you can continue on shaving with it. I don't have a problem with it. Matter of fact, it would be probably about as close as you can get shaving with a shavette. You're still going to have to pay attention to what you're doing, but it doesn't require quite as much concentration, in my opinion. But they're not the easiest to find. I have not looked on eBay for them. It was just a while back, quite a while back. I was already ordering stuff from there, and just happened to notice this one here and decided to give it a try. Of course, prices and shipping has changed since then, but so one of the reasons why I ordered it was because at the time, which I mean is well over a year ago, the cost of the shavette as well as the shipping was more than reasonable. Last time I looked, it's not quite the case in the way of shipping. I really like this one. Brings back some memories, if you will. Remembering when I first started with this one. If you want to, I have a blog, artisanshaving.net. Tomorrow I'll be shaving with Mitchell's Wolfat, and I won't be doing a video on that one, but if you want to follow along on how that shave goes, it'll be in tomorrow's blog. Wednesday I'll do another Shavette shave, and I'll shave with the Feather Artist Club SS Camisori style. And if everything works out well, day being Monday, I might be able to get it in, but if it doesn't happen on Monday, today is Monday for me. If if it doesn't work out for me, I definitely will do it on Tuesday. I'll do a video using one of my Crown King shaving mugs. I mean scuttles, that is, and show you how I use mine. It's still kind of warm here. I mean, the weather, it has not been very consistent on the temperatures. It's still, the highs, get up in the mid-50s. That's still kind of warm. So I'm not using the scuttle just yet. Yeah, there was a few days we did get around freezing. As you can tell, for me, now my water is, it's not the hardest of hard water, but it's, I guess you might say medium. But Williams does lather up pretty decent for me once I learned how to do it. I did go to the website when I first got this soap after I was getting a little frustrated with it, and one of the things it mentions was don't spare the hot water. And my hot water is not that hot. In other words, you can turn the hot water, just hot water, no cold, and you can put your hand in there and you won't get scalded. I have it set that way. My hands, I guess you might say, are a little sensitive to that sort of thing. It's hot enough to that you know it's hot, but it's not so hot that you're going to get scalded. It's one of those things, I guess you might say, the recommendation on the setting. It's not only so that little ones don't get scalded, but as well as elderly people where their skin's starting to get thin. Older than me. Going to follow up today with Clubman Classic Vanilla. Just thought it would be appropriate. But I know Williams mug soap is not for everybody. But if you are looking to get your shave in on the cheap, in my opinion, anymore is very well possible. Yesterday's shave, I shaved with a razor from Italian Barber, the Razor Rock Quick Change DE. I think right now, when I got it, it was $4.99. I think now it's $7.99. That's pretty inexpensive. You can get some inexpensive soaps from Italian Barber usually. Every once in a while they'll have Brasso on sale for $4.99. It's then you get a Shavette. If you look at the right places, you can pick up a Shavette, pick up one for $10, $15, and sometimes that's even including the blades that are already pre-cut. This is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and slide this off. You kind of see one of the two posts there. This is just a tad bit different in how this sets up in there. You notice that, let me get a little bit of that soap cleaned off there. You see where the two little posts are at, so those little dimples right there, and you can see that basically when you slide it on there, you're sliding it from, this will be the top on down. With most of the other Shavettes the other way around. You put your blade in this way. With this one here, you approach it from a different direction, being from the top to the bottom because of where those posts are at. And pretty tight tolerances there. So you're going to have to, depending on which end you put in first, that goes in first, you may have to push your finger just a little bit on that tab right there at that post and push it down in there because it's a pretty tight tolerance. So in other words, it's not wiggling at all. And like I said, it's doing this upside down here. Let me get it lined up here. It just slides on across like that. And like I say, it'll take a full DE. The only thing I will say about this that you need to be careful with is that when you close it, it is possible for, you don't know if you can see that right there. it does go all the way through. So if you got a blade in there, you definitely want to be careful where you put your fingers. Just thought I'd point that out. Well, this was a quick one. Wrapping this one up on a Monday morning before I get to work. And see you again on Wednesday, hopefully. Everybody's doing well, I hope. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.